That doesn't give me a reason whatsoever to. All right. A lot of people called my attention to a statement that I made on Honest Bunch podcast, where I said, is it today that they've been kidnapping people from their home in Nigeria, and that Nigeria is safer now than 10 years ago? I'm not someone who would be too proud or be very insensitive to apologize when he makes a mistake. And if you notice, even on the Honest Bond podcast, when I said that I had the opportunity to host Alex Oti's, Governor Alex Oti's fundraising dinner, and I said it was while he was in APC, which actually was a mistake, because then he was in ABGA, though at some point he also went to APC before he finally joined Labour Party. You could see that on the program. As soon as that error was called out, I apologize. I don't waste time to apologize. I'm not someone who holds to mistake. And I had looked at that sentence, that statement, and I think that it is quite insensitive to people who had an issue or the other with kidnapping, relatives being killed and all that. And I want to sincerely and unreservedly tender an apology to those who that statement have hurt.
All right. SeyiLaw, apology or no apology, the fact is, I get to discover that after fanatics, I think the next group of people that are the major problem we have in this country, and the reason why the country can never progress, are people like you and all this kind of them lege Miami Abi, and this one that was buying cow for Tinubu's birthday. You see, realistically speaking, till Nigerians learn to be selfless, till Nigerians stop being influenced by position or money, this country will never go anywhere. Because I find it hard to see how somebody will come out in his right senses to be defending this present government. Sincerely speaking, let's look at it. Tell me again, what is it that this present administration have done? Are we talking about security? Are we talking about health? Are we talking about power? Are we talking about education? What exactly it is it that he has done? Absolutely nothing. And if I must tell you the truth sincerely, at this point in time, I think he has run out of time. He has run out of time, in the sense that what he could have done in 3 years, I don't think it can be done in this remaining few months that is left for next election. And what has been hampering all these things? Just one thing: concentrating on winning the next election. We now begin to ask ourselves, is it that the country doesn't have the resources to do this? We actually have. But what I see is there seems to be misplacement of priority in regards government spendings, and a lot of it. And coupled with the fact that to even justify this, you will quite agree with me that there are a lot of allegations in regards this government that is bordered on spendings. First of all, Sahara reporters at a point in time came out to allege that the governors and lawmakers defecting were given billions of naira. And nobody has actually proven the contrary or sue Sahara to court. That is one. And why are they given billions? Just to defect, right? You now talk about the US lobbying. How much are we talking about? Millions of dollars, right? And of recent now, we are talking about, there's an allegation of paying ransom again for bandits to release their victims. So you now ask yourself this question: if the government is prioritizing this kind of things, where will there be money for investment in capital project and a lot of things? Definitely there won't be money. Or are we going to be talking about corruption as well? Everywhere. I think the allegation of corruption and other things was part of the things that even kicked out Ebitoku. Because at the end of the day, it became glaring that it seems as if these allegations cannot be wiped away. Right? So you look at embezzlement in all aspects, and the fact is, as far as it's 2027 that is concerned, it doesn't matter. And it's all going. You still went further with this your apology videos to say that, okay, he has been the person that has increased the defense spending to how many, whatever the highest. But let's face it, we're talking about a government here that is running 2024 budget in 2026. And in that regards, I will now even begin to ask the question, how much has been released to the defense itself? Because based on this, I get to discover a lot of promises. This budget, just like somebody said, is more of accounting exercise than reality. So, and that is why you have, look at it. Look at the condition of the military personnel. Just of recent, I was releasing a video in regards the 1 million that was promised for starter pack for personnel that have dedicated 35 years of their life serving the nation. Some are even buying now and going, and they have not been paid. And you now tell me what is that investment in defense and a lot of other things. So the fact is, I wish you well. Keep celebrating when they give you small money, city boys, city girls, or whatever.
Look, before you come to defend Tinubu, you must have the program of stupidity written and installed in your brain. You cannot defend Tinubu without a stupidity program installed in your head. You really can't. If you watch that debate, you will notice that rather than face issues, which is what most Tinubu supporters can't do, rather than face issues, they go to personal attacks. I be Laje boy, I be this, I be this. Nobody is taking your Yoruba-ness away from you, SeyiLaw. Nobody is taking you your Yoruba-ness. The fact that a Yoruba man does not mean that nobody can bully you from taking. Nobody is trying to bully you. The fact that you make a statement that nobody can bully you from supporting Tinubu clearly shows that you are not being objective in your support. If anybody can bring a substantiated superior logic, superior rational reasoning why I should stop supporting Peter Obi, of course I will stop supporting Peter Obi. If you can bring a superior logic basis why I should stop disliking and hating Tinubu, of course I will change. It's called rational thinking. It's called a stable mind. Now when somebody asks you if security is better off now than 10 years ago, you said the security is better now than it was 10 years ago. That is clearly coming from someone who is mischievously and deliberately disintegrating himself from the reality and the obvious challenges the masses are facing. Now, it's okay that your financial status might invariably prevent you from suffering from the hardship of the time. After all, if they say bag of rice 100 naira, you can buy 3 and throw in the house and go. They say beans is this thing. I know there are some people now who can give their wife 500,000. In truth, let me. Do you know that there are some women you give 500,000 to go and shop and bring food in the house? Do you know that 500,000 is not even enough to shop? To shop. So anytime I want to give my wife money for shopping, I'll just drop it somewhere and say, and when I don't the kickstart motor, I say, what of the money? I put her on that pillow. Before she find the money, I don't drive go. Because there's no money that is enough to shop and stock your house with food. You all know it. Now, to say that security of life is better now, why do we have so many checkpoints on our road today? Because of insecurity. You have bandits joining live program on TikTok and smiling, counting loots that they've taken from innocent victims and displaying it. showing the victims of their female rape, showing female victims that they have raped. But because of your dogmatism, that you will never see what is wrong because you are an Ilaje man, the person is Yoruba. Let me tell you, Seyi Tinubu, I just think it is the Yoruba in you that is talking, not the realism in you. You cannot be realistic. You cannot be realistic and be a Tinubu supporter. It's not possible. Tinubu and realism are two different things. You cannot be somebody who wants things done the right way and support Tinubu. Why is it that when obedient are talking, they are not telling you that Peter Obi will do this? They are just telling you the system. Why is it that you will never find Tinubu supporters challenging the system? Obedient supporters are not saying that Peter Obi must become president by rigging or by hook or crook. We're just saying provide a fair playing ground. And that's all. If the fair playing ground eventually produces Tinubu again, why? It's okay, you know, hands off. But to continuously have a corrupt system that keeps bringing us corrupt leaders, leading to corruption in this country, leading to the suffering of the poor masses, and yet you are boasting that nobody can bully you. Who the hell bothers whether you are being bullied or not? If facing with the reality is bullying, then I'm sorry, you're just an educated fool, really. Well, this is my name is Magnus Oraka. I am putting out there, please, putting out there. The guy Idris who challenged this, he tried, really tried, but I am putting myself up for debate. Any Tinubu supporters who knows that he's very good at debating should call me for any debate in any platform. I am ready to make a mockery and make a fool out of him, because you only have, like I said, you only have to have a program called stupidity installed in you for you to avail yourself to defend Tinubu. What are the issues, verifiable, substantiated issues that you can use to defend Tinubu? None.
SeyiLaw, the failure comedian, how far? Now you dey talk say 10 years ago, say Nigeria was, say security was well 10 years ago. Say but now Tinubu don't make everything reduced for your mouth. E no go better for you. And you dey talk all this way they talk because of wetin dey your account, because of wetin they put for your account. You dey talk this thing because of wetin they don't press for your OPay. You dey talk this nonsense because of wetin they put for your PalmPay, because of wetin they don't put for your belly. E no go better for you, SeyiLaw. E no go better for you. Any place where you dey, thunder na go dey fire you. Olori buruku ye. Because of what you want shop, see the way you disgrace yourself. Thunder now go fire you. 10 years ago, where the insecurity? 10 years ago, during the Jonathan regime, now the only Meduguri there, Boko Haram, where they hear that time. But on no stage, now only for there, they hear Boko Haram, and they do it for there. Not the way Buhari and this Tinubu come. The Fulani men, the bandit now don't get mad now to the end of town. To the enter town now, they enter town with full confidence. They enter church before. They enter church before. You don't go better for you. Not be see all this thing. You don't know. You know, but now waiting they put for your PalmPay. Not gonna make you get sense. Because of it, they don't press for your OPay. Now why you don't get sense? Now why they purposely they boom yourself? They go like this. Olori buruku. When you do comedy, you see say comedy no go favor you again. You turn yourself to APC local dog. Now thunder now go fire you. Shame on you. Oloshi olori buruku. Oji ya were. SeyiLaw. Any were. Super people.
Honestly, I been no want to talk about this SeyiLaw matter before, because the interview we grant for Honest Bunch with that Zachary guy, I been no want to talk about that because SeyiLaw has since lost its relevance for a very long time. So it doesn't have anything to offer in the comedy industry. No, it was never funny and is no still relevant. So na double jeopardy for him. Now, talking about what he talk about, SeyiLaw is from Ilaje, Ondo, local government area of Ondo State. Now, please let me say I grew up, so I know Ilaje very well. The last time Ilaje saw development was the time of Agagu and Mimiko. Today, in Ondo State, all the roads that lead to Ilaje, Mimiko constructed the road. I think Agagu constructed the road that leads from Okitikupa to Ilaje, because before now, Ilaje never had roads. Now, the roads are so bad now that people cannot travel again. Another thing, that insecurity in that place is high. Few days ago, a king was taken away and they kpai am. Yesterday again, around Ondo, same thing. Every day, sad news for that area. But guess what? SeyiLaw, who has his children in the UK, his children lives in the UK. He also lives in the UK sometimes. We go and come back. They all seek asylum over there. But guess what they do? They come to Nigeria and they begin to say the government that is not performing, that has made them run away to you. Now, I'm not going to blame them. It is you that will buy them that I'm going to blame, because they are making their money. SeyiLaw is making his money from all these things that he's doing. He's selling his candidate and making money to fund his children's lifestyle abroad. He don't care. If you like, make the carry your papa, carry your mama. You go find money for ransom. If you like, listen to all the celebrities where they talk to you. Listen to them and follow them. Now you go regret time when it happens to you. Their children are abroad. They have access to abroad. They can easily buy ticket and go. You can even buy ticket and move from one state to another state. If you have the money to buy ticket, will you be going by a road? Will you say they carry you? Or will you live in an outskirts so that they will come carry you? If you like, listen to SeyiLaw. Thank God for that Zechariah guy. He dealt with him and made him look stupid.
Do you know that SeyiLaw, that is always praising this APC government, also lost his ante to poor healthcare system in Ondo State, Nigeria? He made a call crying out to the governor of Ondo State, telling him that how can I lose my sister because there was no adequate equipment in the general hospital in Ondo State. He cried bitterly. Guys, I think this is karma. You need to watch this video.
Your Excellency, Barrister Rotimi Akeredolu, this is not a fight with you. It is just stating the truth. This morning, my mom's younger sister had an accident and they didn't have the right equipment to take care of her at the general hospital in Ibokoda. And in just some few minutes, she's been pronounced dead just because she fractured her leg in an accident. Please, let's do the right thing. Osopadek, please.
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. Honestly, the hardest job in this world is trying to defend the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, because trying to defend this administration that it's indefensible will make you lose your sanity. Recently, SeyiLaw and Idris were on the Honest Bunch podcast, and SeyiLaw made so many claims, all false claims, just like paint this government as one of the best and paint them in a bad light. However, the gentleman called Idris countered everything with empirical fact and evidence. But SeyiLaw, instead of bringing out this fact, wallowed in his delusion, and he was erratic and could not even say anything meaningful. All he was trying to say was just to defend his administration, even when he knows that nothing is going on in this administration. But the one that he said that got to the nerves of so many Nigerians is the fact that he said that Nigeria today, in terms of insecurity, is better than 10 years ago. And this is also something that, and this has turned to something that had made so many people who have lost their loved ones in this whole insecurity thing under this current administration turn emotional. So many people are coming out online, so many Nigerians are saying out online that their husband, their loved ones had been kidnapped under this administration, under the watch of this administration. Even when ransoms were paid, that they were shot and killed. This never happened 10 years ago. We are not here to say that there was no insecurity 10 years ago or Nigeria had been safe for the past decade, but the situation of Nigeria 10 years ago never escalated to this. It was under the APC administration that this banditry kidnapping got a whole lot of credence and got a whole lot of became so rampant, and it's under them that some of these vices, negative vices that are negative to the country's name and the country's image gain popularity. So what are they saying? What is it that this government has done that deserve credence or that deserve? Of course, if a government is doing very well for our citizen, the onus is on the citizens to praise their government. Of course, if Tinubu is working and it's seen and it's obvious, the prerogative is on the citizens to like come out and sing his praise. It's not for you rascals and sycophants that work under his administration, because you know you are benefiting from this administration. You come out to defend what is not defendable. This is preposterous, because like the more I listen to or I watch that podcast again, the more I get irritated over what that guy was spilling there. It doesn't make sense, because you are very insensitive to people who have been caught in this whole mess of insecurity that this government has brought upon us. The deceased president Muhammadu Buhari, who people voted out the former president Goodluck Jonathan because of it was under his watch. There was an APC man. It was under his watch that all this whole thing started. During Jonathan's time, it was just like a thing confined to the far part of the north. But now the whole country has been overtaken. Yet you want to come and defend it. The south had a whole lot of relative peace. The only places that were affected were the northeast and some northeast, northwest, and some part of the middle belt. A few parts of the middle belt. It never escalated to what we have today. But today, as we speak today in Nigeria now, there is no state in Nigeria that is safe. Yet you want to come and defend your administration. There is hunger everywhere. You removed subsidy, yet you're not seeing the impact of this subsidy removal. You wanted to tax Nigeria, and it took courage from other Nigerians to stop that. Of course, we know that you implement it the moment you win your second term re-election, but that is a talk and topic for another day. Honestly, there is nothing this administration has done to deserve anything. If for one, they are trying to right all their wrongs, but they have not been able to right off one. They have not been able to right one wrong they've committed in the past 10 years. We saw the PDP administration. We are not saying that PDP administration was the best, but it was much more better than what we are seeing today. At least they had conscience. They stole, of course, we know. They stole, but they stole conscience, and they had conscience, and they respected Nigeria. Not like this current administration and this APC administration that act like emperors. It doesn't make any sense, and we condemn this whole statement in all its entirety. This is my opinion. Drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel.